was still a little chubby, but he was when he boxed, he would go into the boxing training shit, and like he'll go hard. He'll drop like 50, 60 pounds. So he'll get back to the agile part. But you know, like I said, he won that settlement, started going up and down. You know, got really involved with the music, with me as a hobby. We turned that shit into a real profession and
started making money.
And then, you know, yeah, then you know, the lights of the deal came by, and then, you know, Pun was like, you know, his mom was the type, like, you know what I'm saying, okay, I don't need to go box no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I gotta do this now.
Wow.
So that would take him more to laying back and eating, and that habit was hard to break.
It's funny, man. It's true in a sense, and then it's not true in a sense. Like,
okay,
it's cool to lay back and do that, but then it's unhealthy. Like, it's terrible. But anyway.
But remember, things captivate our mind that are greater to us at the time. Yeah. So music was more, you know, was the number one priority.
Yeah, sometimes.
So what comes with music? You laying around, writing rhymes, you're using your mind.
Yeah.
So now you're using your mind. So you doing this shit, not even thinking about this shit, because this is a hobby already. You eating, but you killing it on the paper. You coming up with crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Your focus really was on making rhymes and not really too much. And as long as you was getting them hot ass rhymes out, everything else was like a given. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that much attention put into that. You know what I'm saying? By his inner circle. Even me, I used to get on his ass, but he had that strong mind. You know, Pun was Pun. Tell that nigga something, he'll tell you 10 things about yourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna continue from where you say you met him, but we have a call here. I want to take this call real quick, see if this will be quick.
Let's do it.
Yeah, see if this will be real quick.
All right, we have a call from Jonathan. He's calling from Puerto Rico. He want to ask you a question.
Puerto Rico, wow.
Jonathan.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Pai? ¿Cómo está?
Wow.
What's good, man? Much love and respect to your music and, you know, and to Big Pun, man, you know, the legacy lives forever, man.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, man. You know, we over here putting it in, man.
For sure, always. What I wanted to ask you, man, is I don't know, all the situation. I know there's a lot of conflict in business as far as, like, beef with Joel Ortiz, this and that, and I understand, because it's all about business or whatever.
Right.
But if there's any way that we could kind of try to work talk to things and make songs together so we could have more Latinos standing up.
I mean, Papi, yo siempre he estado ahí para unity, so you know, yeah. I love unity, and that's my first priority, but
sure.
But before that, you know, it's my unity for family and people that I consider family. That's more important than everything else. Joel Ortiz, I love him as an artist. Don't get that twisted. No, eso no es. I never said what I said before to play a hate on his music or to get a publicity stunt out of it. You know, I have respect for that man for what he does, and I would love to do something with him in the future. It was you know, if his mind frame could be in the same, you know, in the same wavelength that I am, if you know what I'm saying, if we could come to an agreement where, you know, he could help out the family when he uses Pun's name in a bigger form than what he's doing, then we could come together and make big things happen.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
No doubt, my brother.
Okay, but you know, I just wonder, you know, all Latinos, you know what I'm saying, to this 2012, you know, we got to keep going harder right now.
That's right.
So the way that hip-hop is turning, like, it's no real raps anymore, so you guys are still keeping the, you know, the underground, and it's still going strong, and we just got to keep that legacy going so we can show the new generation about the real hip-hop, you know.
I'm with you, Bobby. 100% I'm with you.
All right, bye.
Mira, yo, Pai, ahora mismo we was talking about Puerto Rico and all that, so I'm glad you called.
Oh, for sure, Pai. Hey, check me out. I'm on your Facebook, Flammable, man.
Okay, está bien, papu.
Okay, bye.
Okay, mucho amor, mucho amor.
I know, sir.
All right, man. That was dope.
That was good, man. It's funny he mentioned Joel Ortiz because I have him here as a question, so you might as well knock that out real quick.
Yeah, man. Joel Ortiz, man, great guy. Very humble. Very humble when I first met him. I was trying to get him on a track because I respected his skills. I respected the love that he gave to my brother, and he put me in one of his rhymes, which gave me love. And he always bigged us up. It's just I understand it. I like disagree with myself to a point, but I couldn't be fake to myself when I raised the point up about that song that he did. So that's why
I heard about that. That's what I wanted to ask you.
And I understand.
I heard you say you didn't like that song, right?
No, not that I don't like that song. I didn't like.
I'm probably wrong. That's just why I'm asking you. I don't want no. You know.
I mean, you could say I didn't like that song. You could say that. You could even say that. I didn't.
You felt it was a disrespect. This is what I heard. I'm sorry. That's what I heard. You felt it was a disrespect. That's what I heard.
I felt in a way it was a disrespect. I didn't feel like the whole. Maybe if he did it from a different part of his heart and it was shown, I wouldn't have felt that way. But the actions afterwards, after he did the song, like he never checked in with.
I want you to elaborate here.
I'm elaborating. I'm just saying the fact that he didn't go to Pun's wife and the kids and made him a part of that song is the reason I felt like he did it for the wrong reasons. He did it just to use Pun's name.
Money?
Yeah, to make money, to just ride the wave that Rick Ross did that song with Meek Mills and he did it about Pac. And then Mano did it about Biggie. I felt that he did it just to get on that wave, to get on there with them. And I had to let him know that when you touch Pun's name, it's avenues you have to take. You know what I'm saying? As a protector.
It's true, man.
I'm saying I'm a protector.
It's a level of respect
I'm a
you gotta
protector.
show, and
I'm a friend.
It's true. I don't know the song. I never heard the song.
No, I know, but I'm just saying
I wish
that was
I did, so I could be able to speak more about it.
But that was my issue. My issue was that, when it comes to Pun, it's like.
What was the song about? What was it?
Well, you gotta hear it.
Was it with a pun beat or something?
No. It was about. What was the song already? I forgot it.
Oh, the Joel Ortiz?
Yeah, the pun. Big Pun's back. Big Pun's back.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I haven't heard it.
Remember they did Tupac's back?
I heard it, yeah. I haven't heard
But he did Big Pun's back.
I haven't heard it.
Big Pun's back. But I just didn't feel that he went through the right avenues. And he didn't. It was just facts. He didn't go through it. He probably went with the Fat Joes of the world.
I heard another one that he did.
But that's what happened. He went with the Fat Joes of the world. He went with the other side of the world that has a different story.
Okay.
So I've kind of felt for him because he was in the middle of things.
I heard another one that he did that he said, people say I sound like Pun, and then started spitting. You didn't hear that one?
Yeah, he killed that one. Yeah. I like that one. Because that was great.
You just have nothing to say about that one?
No.
You didn't say nothing at all? You just said it was hot? I don't know, I'm asking.
No, I said it was hot. No, because he was given appreciation. People say, I sound like Pun. And he went to the Pun style.
Spitting crazy.
Like Pun.
I can't, but that
but see,
that's
love.
That kid's nice.
But see, that's genuine love. That's like you appreciating the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now when you try to take it that you're the next new Christopher Lee Rios.
Yeah.
Once you go there,
it's
like, oh, hold up, homie. I knew Christopher Lee Rios.
My cameraman was playing some YouTube crazy. He was just going off the head.
Anyway, but that's the situation. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, him being an MC, I love him as an MC.
I don't really listen to him like that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't. I'm being honest. I listen to hip hop too.
I do, but I did and I do.
But I'm not gonna front when my man let me hear it. It was, it was alright. It was alright. Yeah. I liked it.
He spits, man. He spits from the foundation that we made from.
Yeah. It'll be good to have y'all together.
You know what I'm saying? The corner block.
It will be good to have y'all together. I ain't even gonna get that again.
The thing is that I try to extend myself.
That'll be nice.
And I don't think he really wanted to get in the middle.
Yeah.
That was my first. That's what I got from him. I went to meet him up at Sue's. We chill, have a little drink, and try to exchange. He always gave me the love though. Don't get it twisted. Cool, he always gave me the Q, what's up? But he never like, as an artist that if you respect an artist, you want to do a song, you be like, let's get in the studio, my nigga, let's get busy. But he never did that
That's
to me.
understandable from you.
He never did that to me. So I took it like, I got my pride too.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's
if I did
understandable from you.
So this is the second time I go to you, and
He
you
should
don't
be coming to you, telling you.
Well, he shouldn't. If he don't feel like you don't.
Well, it's true.
You never feel Cuban like
If
that.
you're gonna be paying homage to your man like that,
But that
you know?
no. But see, I don't want to put it like that because that's like I'm expecting him to do something. 'Cause he
You're
love
right.
my man.
You're right. You're right.
I don't want to do that.
You're right.
The main thing is like this. I extended my shit because I know he's dope. He's Spanish, and I felt like what I'm saying. I like him as an MC. I would love to have our two minds in the studio together. Make a fucking crazy song, and I extended myself to that. But whenever we met each other on some old like, what's up? Having a little few drinks. He was drunk, and then never, I know he's about his business. And I don't think, but the vibe I got from him, I didn't want to get in the middle between that whole Terror Squad
That's
shit,
cool.
between Joe and
I hear
Pun.
you.
I mean, Joe and Cuban. You know what I'm
I hear
saying?
you.
And I understood that. He never said that to me, but I understood it. But then when he did that song, and he didn't go through the right proper channels, which I said is Pun's wife and his kids. Those are the proper channels. If you got their approval, then it's cool. Like,
So
you know what I'm
still
saying?
see them
Everything's
and you
cool, but he
with them? You
didn't.
still see his wife and his ex-wife and all that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I still see them, man.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? That's my family. That's my second family to the day I die, whether they like it or not. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
But anyway, much love to Joel, man. Keep doing your thing. Just understand, niggas is not here in physical form, but they still here in spirit form.
No doubt.
So we respect that. And
That's funny.
And believe me, I respect
That's
that.
nice, man. Listen, you were saying about how you met Pun when we stopped talking and I cut you off. I would like to get back to that when you met him and things.
when I met Pun, I told you, man, my man Triple Six came and threw some rocks in my window. I was sleeping. I looked out the window with boogers in my eyes. I said, "The fuck you doing here, homie?" And he was there with this guy with the Carhartt suit, kind of big. And that was Chris. That was Moondog. That was Punisher. And I didn't really recognize, because like I said, when I was playing ball with him, he was slimmer. So he already got a little stubbier. So then we go outside, chilling. He got money to trick. At that time I was 16, so, money wasn't like that coming in. Like,
So he already got that money?
yeah, he was already balling,
You know
So,
how much he got?
I think it was 600 down.
Wow.
At that
No
time, like
doubt.
600, 500 down, something like that.
No doubt.
So, but he had it set up in payments. Like he took a big
Yeah.
chunk in the front, and then he, every year, every month he gets a pay. So he did it smart.
Good.
But besides that, it was like, he took us out, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? After that, we went to his crib. This nigga kidnapped me in his house for like a week.
Ta.
You know what I'm saying? And we just became friends here, man. Like our spirits knew each other in the past time.
That's cool,
Just
man.
the way he was. You know what I'm saying? And I can't explain it, but
I can understand what you're saying.
regardless.
I can imagine. I
Just
wish
the
I could.
similarities, the sense of humor, what he loved and what I loved, and the things we liked together, everything we did is like, that's something that when you meet, when you see that in life and you confront it, it's special.
Is it true that the Caribbean Connection and the Full Eclipse crew were the names of the first rap groups that you and Pun started?
Yeah.
So what was that? Two separate groups? How did that work?
No, it started with me. Triple Sage.
Sounds like two groups to
Triple
me.
Sage. Triple Sage was I gotta say, he was like the foundation of the hip hop world with us, between me and Pun. He was the one who inspired us to rhyme. He inspired me to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? He pushed Pun to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we together, he's the one that would, get the notebooks, let's write a song. So he was that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he already had a group on his own called Young and Ruthless, like Triple Six. He was with another crew, but he always promoted the hip hop and he instilled that shit in us. But even though I was already doing it in a hobby, but you know what I'm saying, Pun was doing it as a hobby, but he's the one who brought it out to the mainstream for us. So we became, we were just doing so much rhyming together. We said, yo, let's become the Caribbean Connection. You know what I'm saying? I made that name up. Because at the end of the day, you got the Puerto Rican, you got the Dominican, and you got the Cuban.
So what's the Full Eclipse crew?
No, but that's the first. Then the Caribbean Connection was too cheesy. You know what I'm saying? It was like cheesy, a little too cheesy.
No.
But it meant a lot to us because it was dope. We just young niggas thinking about the hard, the dope names. You know what I'm saying? Like my first name was Lyrical Assassin. You know, it was just hard. You know what I'm saying? Pun with the Moondog. You know what I'm saying? Sage was Joker Jam. That's his name. So, you know, we just came up with that. Then we scratched that off.
Wow.
Then Sage went back to his crew.
How old were you by this time?
I was 18.
18 already. Okay.
Yeah, so Sage already went back to his crew. So now the Caribbean Connection, he broke out. We got mad at him. So now it's just me and Pun. We said, fuck it, let's name ourselves Total Package.
Total Package.
Total Package. Total Package was like, that shit corny. It was cool, but we never came out with it. It was just us in the crib thinking the name. You know what I'm saying? Total Package lasted for like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And then we hooked up. Then we hooked up with some kids over there, you know, by Forest Projects, which was the terror squad that we know, like me and Pun know, which was the original terror squad. And from there on, that's when I said, you know what? Let's name ourselves Full Eclipse. It was supposed to be.
Not for that, it sounds like you got better.
It got better. Right there. It got better.
For real.
Because we made a metaphor.
It sounds better.
We made a metaphor of the moon eclipsing, like with the sun.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, that's cool. That's
full
cool,
eclipse,
yeah.
but then full eclipse. Eclipse.
Oh,
so, you
that's
understand?
cool.
So now, you know, when you get that's
nice.
That's the artistic touch to it.
Yeah.
And when you get that metaphor going, that's when you know it's hot. So from Full Eclipse, yeah, we added 666 back on, because, you know, I was our brother regardless. And then we added the sick one, my man Toon. So it was 4 of us. And Full Eclipse started fucking with my man, you know, the nigga who backed us and everything, as far as like, you know, money and all of that. His name is Nelson, man. My man Uncle B, he passed away on his RIP. You know, but he was really like family like that, and he believed in us when nobody did. And he's the reason why Joe started looking at us. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. Because he knew Joe like that. We knew Joe too from just the neighborhood, because he's from the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So we used to play softball and stuff together. We see each other like that, but Joe was a nigga always with a chip on his shoulder, acting like he's, you know, he's doing him. So he never looked at us like that until Uncle B put in his face. And then he, you know, once he looked, he went looking deeper, and he heard Pun. Fell in love with Pun, and, you know, he really wanted to fuck with Pun. Not
How
us.
was that whole experience? Like that you just said, Full Eclipse crew before all of that. Like that and the first name, from the first name to the Full Eclipse crew. How was that experience?
That was the best. That was the best. That was the creative. That was the creative process. That was the.
It's funny you say that because it's when you're the brokest, ain't it?
Yeah. Broke as fuck.
And it's true, because I can believe you, because
Broke as
my
fuck.
brokest days are my better
We
memories.
used to rob niggas at that time together, just to get shit to eat.
I hear you.
Just so we don't have to ask, you know, Mom Dukes and Daddy. We said, fuck it, we men. We get this money somehow. You know, that's when the venturing of the selling drugs come in, and
That's nice. It's a
robbing
beautiful-
people, and, you know, shit that we all go through, man. When we
Yeah,
hood,
yeah.
man.
That's why I say it's a beautiful thing. Good memories.
We
Believe
learn
it. If
from
it ain't
those
bad things, good memories. You learn from them. Thank God we're here today, you know.
That's it. That's what it's about, man. Learning,
Yeah.
learning.
Let me ask you a question. Did Pun and Jay-Z really have a problem in the bar? And did Pun really bang him in the head with a
Nah,
bottle?
Pun didn't touch him.
No?
Pun didn't touch him.
I heard that in the street a lot. To this day, I didn't know if that was true or not.
Pun didn't touch him. It was a beef, more of a. It was a problem that happened because we niggas in the crew had booked.
Excuse me, let me cut you off for a second. I'm sorry. I heard Jay-Z came in and stopped the bar. Pun got mad because he stopped the bar. Something like that. That was a rumor in the street.
Yeah, that's wrong rumors.
That's street rumors, man.
Never listen to the rumors.
I don't. This is why I'm asking you.
Never.
I would love to know. This is why I'm at. All these years, I
Alright,
swear,
here's the story,
since back
here's the
then,
story.
all these years, this is the rumors in the street.
Here's the
I would
story.
love to collect.
Here's the real story.
Okay.
The real story is that Joe never liked Jay-Z. Never. He always
Joe.
Fat Joe, never liked Jay-Z.
Okay.
Never. He loved Jay-Z though as an artist. But he wasn't more of a respectable, like respect towards Jay-Z. It was more like, look at this nigga, he ain't do shit that I've done. He living my life, he's saying my life. It was more of that with Joe. So he never liked Jay-Z as a person, but he loved the way he rhymed and everything, and what he spit. Just something like, he wished he was Jay-Z to a point, but knowing that he felt like he did, like he's that real drug dealer nigga, like, that's how Joe felt. I'm just giving you emotional background. That's why he didn't like Jay-Z. He instilled that shit in Pun. Me and Pun loved Jay-Z. But Pun was, you know, of course, we loyal. We loyal, and if this crew is what it is, this is what we rocking with.
Yeah.
Even, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to take some, you know, we have to take some hits sometimes, regardless.
Yeah, that's the way it
and we rocking with the crew.
I hear you.
So, you know, Pun is more of a soldier in that situation. You know what I'm saying? He was more of a soldier. So, it was a situation in a club, Carbons, that niggas booked Jay-Z to perform.
Carbons, that's where I heard
56 over there.
I heard of
56 and 12, yeah, back in the days, it was a spot.
Yeah.
Anyway, they booked Jay-Z to perform. We in there. Something happens where Jay-Z doesn't perform. So it's like, the story is that I wasn't behind the story, like, I was there, but I'm saying, I wasn't in the negotiation part. I guess he welched on his base, said, yo, I never said I was gonna perform for 15 G's. Whatever. The nigga welched on the bet. Niggas got tight. They started riffing inside the office. Some nigga from the terror squad at the time came out bleeding. Like he said that somebody hit him in the head with a bottle. He came out bleeding to the VIP where we was at. Now where we was at, it was Rockefeller niggas and it was TS niggas, all of us. So when he came out bleeding, it was on. So at the end of the day, niggas went at it. Like me, Pun, everybody, we went at it with the Rockefeller niggas at the time. But, you know, at the time, it was, you know, niggas got beat up. Niggas got chased out of the fucking VIP and whatever. Jay-Z wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely didn't lose nothing that day. Just put it like that. Niggas got chased the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm hearing you.
So what happened was, that situation, you know, that happened. Then niggas saw Jay-Z again at a show. And niggas was chasing Jay-Z around the couch. Pun and Joe was chasing Jay-Z around the couch. And Jay was like, chill.
Oh, I heard that. I think I did hear that.
That's it. That was the problem.
He was chasing Jay-Z. He was chasing Jay-Z around the couch.
That's what happened. You know, but Jay didn't want the problem. Like he wanted to find. He was like lost a little bit because he came to me, like Jay-Z came to me at a DMX listeners party, and I was by myself. And Jay came to me, and he told me, "Yo, Q, what's up?" Them niggas, because what was the fat nigga that used to run with Jay-Z and them?
Oh, Beanie?
Nah, not Beanie.
Oh, before that.
The fat nigga always been with Jay.
Oh, David Dash.
No, man, fat dude. He used to rap. I forgot my nigga name. He nice.
Beanie Siegel?
No, he was
Freeway?
Fat dude, nah. Back before the
Not
niggas.
Jazzo, because Jazzo.
Not Jazzo, right there, by that
In
time.
that era?
Camera shot. Yeah, done.
Wasn't that Shot Money or something like that?
Nah, man. Anyway, he made a song that they thought they dissed Joe and Pun. Some shit I call your twins. And he threw like indirects at Joe and Pun. So this nigga Jay, this was before the chasing around the couch though.
Was that the song that he said that I'll fly over your tour bus? Because remember at that time Joe didn't fly.
No, he didn't. It wasn't Jay-Z who said anything.
Oh,
it was the other nigga.
Oh, okay.
What was the other nigga name? And he big too. He used to rock with Jay-Z anyway. Him. He said his song, whatever. So Jay put him to the side and said, yo, my nigga, yo, what's going on? How you doing? You know, give him respect and all that. And he told me, yo, my nigga, tell them niggas that song wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, they feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? I told him just like that. I said, they feel a certain type of way. He was like, yo, man, tell them niggas that shit wasn't for them, man. You know, don't even think it that way. So that was it. After that, that's when the situation happened in Chicago with it. You know, it happened behind that stage. And niggas had that situation where niggas was running, you know, Pun was the aggressor at that time. Pun was the aggressor because he was already so gassed up by Joe saying, yo, Pun was the nigga that to prove he's far from pussy.
I hear you, man.
And to prove his loyalty so much that he took charge there.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad.
But that's the story, man.
I'm glad you clarified that for me. That's a beautiful thing. I've been wondering that for years. That's me, what I heard in the street. Yeah. It's been in the street always.
Forget it. You leave it to the streets.
I didn't believe nothing. I always wanted to know the truth.
You know how many rumors they made about me? Yeah. I got the foulest rumors on me.
All right.
I got the foulest. Niggas be like, yo, y'all niggas disgusting. Niggas don't even know me. I mean, like, faggot niggas spreading rumors like, yo. And I see if there was truth. Like, they fall from the truth. Like, so opposite of the truth. Like, you know, if niggas go opposite from the rumors they did, I'll be a hero. Like, why can't you say the real shit about me? You know? But they rather believe, you know, the crazy shit. You already know.
No doubt. All right, I'm gonna tell you another rumor that I heard in the street, and I would like clarify, please. All right, the rumor has it that you ran into Fat Joe in a club, and
ran into Fat Joe in the club
in Fordham, Jimmy Brown's Cafe. You got into a confrontation with him. One of his boys supposedly sliced your face. I want to know if that's the truth. What happened? What started everything between y'all to even start that? What happened before that to even start that? If that's true,
that's a little long story. It's I mean, the way you said it, it's plain and simple. It's not that plain and simple.
Did it happen first? Because I don't know if it happened.
It didn't happen where I ran into a club. It was actually, we were still kind of teammates. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was still on the terror squad. It was like the end of it. It was like the end of it. The reasons why, let me start from the top. Start is already, after Pun passed away, you know, I was already being, like, not satisfied by the way Joe's the manager. Well, he couldn't be the manager on paper, because that would be double dipping, because he's already the label. So that's already, you know, you can't do that. But inside the crew, we knew Joe was the leader. He was the manager. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's the one who's going to get this nigga to do shit for me. He's the nigga that's going to get that producer to make a beat for me. So he was like the manager. So he also get a fee for that. Yeah. You understand? So he also gets paid for that. But he can't be on the books, because that would be that's illegal. Because he's also the label, like I said. So I was complaining because it was like I was being ignored, and I was wondering, how the fuck do I get ignored when I'm the nigga coming up? So I was supposed to get my manager's full attention at the time. If I'm gonna be next, you know what I'm saying, to release my album and all that, nigga, I'm paying you. It's not like you my man, I'm expecting it. I'm paying you for this, for the things you're gonna do for me. So it's not like, you know, he's worried about his stuff. So I got a little offended because it's like, when it was niggas' turns, I was the #1 guy. Right there, helping you with your shit. So it was more like a personal issue with me. It was more personal. Besides the fact that I'm paying you. It was like, yo, my nigga, what's up? It's my project. I told you I need this nigga to get on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I need this nigga to do this. You know what I'm saying? I need this nigga, I need Atlantic Records I need to find, you know, where the pulse is at. Are they happy with the project? Are they, you know, so he's telling me all this shit, but he's not really paying attention. So it's like, you know, it's like, what the fuck? What's going on? So something definitely was happening after Pun's death. Like, he went to himself.
This was all after Pun's death.
Yeah. So now I feel a certain type of way.
How long after Pun's death would you say this, all of this? You
3-4 months
already.
Like
yeah,
3-4 months.
Quick after.
Yeah, quick after. So now I'm voicing my opinions. You know, I don't want to leave the group or nothing. I just want your attention, my nigga. Yeah. Like, what's the problem? So he keep doing this shit, and he's being shiesty. I heard, you know, I found out that he did underhandedly do business. He stopped my business so he could get money. So he was doing a lot of maneuvering through the back of me that I didn't know, in the business side. And even through that, I was just like, all right, man, put that all aside. Let's get busy. So I was believing more in unity as far as like now we really need to show ourselves for the terror squad and for punk, because that's just the message. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need to be one now. Now's when we need to come together. He was thinking about dividing, separating himself. You know, I didn't know that at the time. Because remember, it goes back to the block loyalty, and we come from the same block, we Latino.
Yeah.
So all that is in me more than separation.
That's true, yeah.
So
man.
my heart was in that
I understand
unity
what you're
part more.
saying, yeah, man.
So regardless of the arguments me and him had, and all of this, you know, I was already feeling a certain way, but then I found out he was doing underhanded things. You know, I was finding out that he, you know, the terror squad deal, how much he really got, how much he gave us, and the big deals that he got through us, and how much he paid us. I started doing the math. I was like, yo, this nigga really like jerking niggas, you know, which he deserved to, you know, wet his beak, but he was drowning, you know, he was drowning the beak. He wasn't even wetting it. You know what I'm saying? So it felt like betrayal to a point, but I was still willing. I was still willing to really go forward with things. Next thing you know, I get approached by a clothing line. The same people who manufactured 560, which was Joe's line, 560.
Okay.
Same people came to me, and since it was my time to come up and come out with my album, they offered me a deal.
Mm.
So then Joe got mad at the people for offering me that deal.
Wow.
And threatened them.
That's foul.
Right?
That's foul, yo.
So now I'm over here like, word, this nigga got mad. He's eating off of me anyway. Because if they give me a deal, he still gets 20%.
Paid for it, right?
He still can get 20%. Like, why is the hate so
crazy.
much? You understand? So
You
it was
paid
that.
for it and you not accepting, like, for nothing? You
Because
just sit
what
on
he
your
wanted-
ass
because
and get
the-
20%?
Because the greed was for them to go through him, so he give me probably 20%.
Yeah.
You understand?
He was mad at you, went straight to the source.
But they went through me. No,
Yeah.
they came
Oh,
to
they
me.
came to you, exactly.
It's not like I went to them and asked
Yeah.
them for a deal. They came to me.
I hear you,
But you know what I'm saying? So it's even worse.
Yeah.
Like you put the blame on me when he came to me. It's not my fault that niggas, they believe, that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm hot.
Yeah.
So why you mad? You're supposed to be my representative. You're supposed to be my manager. You're supposed to be my voice. So when that happened, I was like, yo, imagine this nigga's doing this with a clothing line. So imagine when he's telling niggas in Atlantic about me. And my album's supposed to come out. And I'm wondering why my album's not coming out. So then I started adding things up, and it's like something fishy. Finally, it leads up to a meeting. It leads up to a meeting in a lawyer's office with me, my lawyer, Carlos Pimentel at the time, and you know, Joe was there with his lawyer, Goldbound or something is his lawyer, Goldberg or something Gold. I'm supposed to have a meeting because I wanted to clarify things up, like, yo, where do we stand? Are we still moving on with this situation as a businessman? Or are you letting me go? I wanted to know. And me, I went in that meeting really with more of a question mark, not more of a, I'm already set that I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So now when I get there, Joe starts acting really on the defensive. On some old like we don't need you. Like that, like, he went to the extent said, nigga, but you whack. You whack, like, on some little kid shit. I'm looking at this nigga, I'm like,
How old are you now?
I
How
said,
old were
you
you by
think?
this
Like,
time?
yo, like all this shit, like, nigga, you whack this, that, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta go through all this shit, like, mad shit that he going through, he putting it on me, so I'm like, damn, that's how you feeling me? That ain't making sense why you're not pushing me in Atlantic. It's making sense why you're not, this is the way my representative,
The true
to the world,
side came out.
supposed to, you know, how you a good team with me? You're not gonna give me money, you looking for my downfall. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even say nothing. My lawyer came out and said, oh, your word? So nigga, we suing you for double dipping and all this shit. And I was telling you about the double dipping part. The double dipping is he playing the manager and the relator at the same time. So he did all of that, but I didn't know this nigga was gonna say all that. And he said, yo, you did this, you did that, you did that. Now I'm listening, I'm like, he did that, what? And I'm looking at my lawyer like, what the fuck, you never told me this. That's so, but I'm not saying nothing. So I'm all like in shock, like
Lawyer's a
and he
piece of
started
shit.
arguing, and he started arguing with my lawyer, and like all this shit in front of the lawyers, and I'm like, I calmed everything down. You know what I'm saying? Because I already felt his shit, his negative shit, and I'm over here with this, and I'm like, you know what, man? How can we move forward? Let's move forward. It's obviously, you know, this is not my home. Terror Squad is not my home, so how can we move forward? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just do us. You do you, I do me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do bad by myself. That's what I said in the meeting. And, you know, the situation kind of calmed down. He said, yeah, word, yeah. You know, you could do that, you could do that. Like, he was kind of happy, but he was more of a, that's when I seen the culebra come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, more of a, he went into his old, well, you know, for my services that I rendered to you, you know, I just want like $300,000 when you get the next deal. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So now I was like, you know, word, you need $300,000? I said, it's done. Because, you know, I already know. Like, that's conversation right there. Let me know this nigga is my enemy in business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even take it personal.
It's true, man.
In business, you're my enemy. The way you said, everything you already said it right here. You feel this way about me. You're talking about other things. You underhanded me in business to make you money. You stop situations that I would have got money. Stop, you know what I'm saying, feed my family. So you're my enemy in business. So now me, I'm like this, okay, cool. You know, I just wanted a separation where I know I'm better than this. I could go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Get $1 million deal somewhere. Get this nigga 300. Get him out of my life for some more, like, you know, thank you. Because remember, I can't. It's like I can't really shit on him because he did, you know, put pun on and put me on, and he helped put me on too. So it's like
loyalty.
It's like a whole giving you a blowjob and you want to punch in the face. So you really can't punch in the face because she bit your dick a little bit. She skips your cock, but you can't really punch it because she's hooking you up. So it's like, you know what? All right, let's go. So then we went to there. Next week, it was Angie's album release party in Jimmy's Bronx Cafe. And who's there? Angie, Joe. They were supposed to be. I'm supposed to be there because I'm a friend of Angie's and all of that. So now, you know, we all in there. Situation. The first time we see each other since that meeting. You know. And I'm over there representing for Angie. You know what I'm saying? It was a funny night. It was actually Friday the 13th, going into the 14th. I woke up in there and it was already funny because the security's acting a little funny. They don't want me to bring other niggas with me that I usually, remember that was like at home. Jimmy's Cafe was at home. I could bring 30 niggas there. Niggas never say nothing. But it was Angie's night, so it was overcrowded, the place was. So I said, you know what? Fuck it, my niggas there. Yeah, I'm gonna get y'all in. Just let me go in first. So, you know, I went in there. Everybody there, Angie there, I go over there, give Angie some love. So it's an album release. The Terror Squad niggas is there. Joe's in the back with the VIP. You know, I didn't go there yet. Angie, she's performing a new song. She asked me to go on stage with her. The live at Jimmy's. Go Pacavana. That one. And I wrote that one too. We get on stage. After that, I get off stage. I'm going like to the back of the stage. Joe is there. So now Joe is there. He got a face, and I see Macho. That's his little ride or die, little, you know, the nigga he wet all the time with the glasses.
I don't know.
The bootleg Joe. But he's there. He's kind of shook. He's like this. I see that.
This is
right?
a bootleg joke.
Yeah. He's like, you know, little
I didn't catch that.
Well, he's the one that wipes the sweat off him when he's sweating and things. You know, him. But, you know, I see Joe had a face. He didn't want to really look at him. So he passes to me, and I'm like, yo, what's up, nigga? You know, because business is business, but personal is like, nigga, I know you from the block, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
we could be courteous to each other to a point, you know. And if it's
Yeah.
beef, just say it's beef
You
and it's
good
beef
dude,
too.
not for nothing. You good dude.
Yeah,
man.
so I smack him in the ass while he's going on stage. I'm
For
like, oh my
real?
God, but not in a disrespectful way.
I
I said, do your thing, my
understand.
nigga.
That's
You know, like
cool.
some baseball shit, you go on the back.
cool.
I said, do your thing, nigga. And that's it, he did his show. Now I go to where the terror squad is at. In the VIP. I'm walking. And it's dark, you know what I'm saying? But these niggas is performing, whatever. Everybody giving me 5. Like all the time, with a smile. Sound, baby. You know, like they didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying at the time?
Where was this at?
And Jimmy's.
Yeah.
So, you know, so everybody giving me love, whatever, everything. So I'm thinking everything cool, but I'm still with my open eye, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the back dancing with a chick. You know what I'm saying? Joe come off stage, he gets back there, he goes back to the dark, like nobody sees the nigga. He's in the dark part of the VIP. I'm over here grinding the chick. And all of a sudden, Joe starts some shit with my man at the time. I don't even want to say his name anymore. I said it too many times, but he starts a little problem with my man at the time. And my man is already like this, like, he got the face, like extra. He mad, like he feels that hate. So now I go to him and I say, yo, what's up, my nigga? What's up with your face? Like, what you mad for? It's not this nigga Joe. Nigga over here grilling me, looking like he gonna do something. So while I'm talking to him, I'm like, chill, relax. Because I know at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You know how niggas work through your friends and shit. They don't want to go straight at you, but they'll go to your friends trying to fuck them up. You know how I go?
Yeah.
So, you know, but this nigga's the wrong nigga to even do that to, but he did it anyway. Joe started, you know, whatever. So I'm telling him, calming him down, calming my man down, like, yo, my nigga, listen, it's probably not even that. It's probably other issues. Saying niggas just get mad and they, you know what I'm saying? So I'm explaining this to him and this nigga Joe pops up in front of this nigga's face while I'm there. I'm right here. Joe's here and this nigga's here.
Wow.
So now I'm looking at both of these niggas. Them niggas sizing each other up like they gonna fuck each other up. And I'm like this. Y'all niggas is not doing this right here.
Yeah.
It's mad people. It's Angie's party. It's, come on, nigga. Stop the shit. For real, stop. Niggas looking at each other like this. I said, yo, y'all niggas better chill. Stop playing. Nigga Joe swings. Snuff this nigga. Nigga goes flying that way. I'm over here in slow motion looking at this shit like, this nigga just did that. And then when I'm turning back, he's throwing another punch at me. So he hits me in my face.
Wow.
So now I go back. I lean back like this. Bap. I'm like, yo, this nigga for real? Like, and in my head, in slow motion.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you, I remember them barrels in that Cuban shit with the plank. I'm trying to
I believe you.
I'm telling you the memory.
I believe you.
The memory is that when he punched me in my face right here,
Yeah.
all I said, as soon as he touched my face, I said, this nigga did not just do this right here. This nigga just went, like, you know, that's enemy already. But to the extra shit, it's like embarrassment to everything. He made it publicized. People, mad important people there. You did this here. And all I think back, so and that's me going backwards. When I'm coming back up, like I'm giving you the little minute details. That's me going like this. Now when I'm coming back, I'm like, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out. I can't believe he did this. And I'm over here like this, cocking back, and then just rock him. Bah!
So you hit him.
Hold that.
Caught him.
So now he's like this. Then I hit him with the left, pow, and the right again, pow. Now I wobble him all the way back to the railing.
Yeah.
When that happened, security all swarmed. They grabbed me. They grabbed him. He's over there like this. I'm over here like, motherfucker. You know, the devil came in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the devil, but
I know what
you know, the bad angel came in.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get him. Like my focus was on him because he did that. It's like so that just it broke up all the lines of love there. You know, because that was the confirmation that this nigga, you know, like why would you even think that way? I know you too long. Like we could have went to the back of a street alley somewhere and settled it. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. And you're 6'3", you know what I'm saying? I'm 5'8". And you know, you tried that, even though it was a setup. Because at the end of the day, it's a setup. You do that. I don't even know if you set me up with that nigga that you got punched in the face. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, it's like, how you come so quick to do that to me when you could have did that first, like a man. I always respected you as a man, so why you did that? So, you know, it was like, they held me down. They was telling me to chill. But they was telling me to chill. This nigga, I'm looking at this nigga, some nigga behind me. I heard the in my ear, but I'm not paying attention. I heard it. And I'm over here looking at this thing, motherfucker. And all I felt was this. But I didn't, you know, you don't feel that. You got adrenaline.
So
and my focus is that way.
2 slices, I just noticed that, right?
It's 3 slices.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I thought it was 1.
Niggas went drawing back there. I didn't feel none of that. Niggas was like this. I didn't feel nothing.
I thought that was 1, I swear, yo. I never noticed it was so many, man.
Three.
I never noticed that.
And I was like this nigga, like I'm too hyped up. I want to get him. I can't believe he's punching my face.
Yeah.
I don't feel this shit.
Man.
And there's guards guarding me. Like the Jimmy security is holding me. So it's like, you know, how the fuck can a nigga do that with, you know, security of the house that I've been in for 3 years straight with love, don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once that happened, they grabbed me and they was pushing me outside. They pushing me. I'm like, get the fuck off. Now I'm beefing with security because like forcing me out to the back. So they pushed me out the back and I'm like, I look at myself. No, I looked at my shirt. I looked at my shirt and my Terror Squad emblem. And I had blood on it. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Then I saw Armageddon. Armageddon was the first nigga I saw. He had like a pale look in his face. He said, yo, what happened? I said, what happened? I said, I got cuts in my face? He said, yeah. But he was scared. Like, he didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was just
but my first instinct was like, I'm going to break this nigga's jaw because I had to take it out on somebody. But just his face, like, something stopped me from really rocking his world because it was like, I seen the sincerity in his face. He didn't know what happened.
Joe?
No, Armageddon.
Oh, okay.
He was coming in the club.
All right.
So I seen it. I seen it in his face. Like, that's the only reason I didn't, you know, my impulse didn't lead me to do that to him.
Yeah.
And then Remy saw me. She came in, she pulled the back car. She said, what the fuck happened? Yo, why you bleeding? She, you know.
That was crazy. This
She
was way back before I even
She took me to the hospital. I forgot. I said a little prayer. I ain't gonna lie. Like I dropped to my knees in front of Jimmy's and I asked God to forgive me for what I'm gonna do. And then after that, that's when Remy came and she saw what happened to me and she seen me bleeding. And she took me to the hospital. Remy took me to the hospital. Big shout out to Remy. I love you, baby. You already know. Well, that's the story, to clear all the rumors.
Yeah, that's a nice.
So all the rumors about me fucking that nigga wife, forget about them.
I never heard about that.
Well, there's other motherfuckers that think.
That's why I never mentioned that. I didn't read about that.
No, but I'm telling you, regardless, there's rumors about the wives, me fucking, about me doing some dirty shit to Joe. I just told you the whole real story. It was about a clothing line and me doing my individual thing that he had a problem with. And that's what led us to really go against, like for him to really, you know what I'm saying, go against each other like that.
In past interviews, you mentioned that if you see him, that you don't know that it's possible that there could be a problem.
That's me being honest, though.
Huh?
That's me. That's honesty in me. That's just me being a warrior. That's me being.
What do you think will happen?
That's me being overprotective about myself. Because last time I blame myself a lot. It's me sleeping a lot. Me having that love and letting the hate sneak up on me.
I understand what you're saying.
So it's more of that. So,
watching your back. That's smart.
I mean, I'm a man. You know, I'm a man.
Deep.
Right, so when I say things like that, it's not really out of anger. It's me being overprotective of myself because I would not want to be in that situation again where somebody comes from behind and do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something I would want, you know what I'm saying, for me to do it like that. But it's something that would be necessary to be done. So I'm 100% backing that statement up.
That's good. I like that. That's a nice story, man. For real, that is.
It's a nice
That's
story.
a very good
Nigga, I just got my face slashed. That's a nice story.
No, but it's good for people to know is what I'm saying, man. It's good for people to know. I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that.
I know, nigga.
I swear.
Don't worry, Guichi. I know, nigga. I got a sense of humor, nigga. I know what it
No
is.
doubt, man. I'm sorry that happened. Man.
Nah.
I wouldn't.
Listen, man, can't regret that. That was meant for it to be happening. That,
When
that
you
was
signed to
meant to
Atlanta
happen.
Records, when you signed to Atlanta Records,
Was I signed to them?
Yeah.
I was signed to them.
they're
Directly to them.
supposedly one of the biggest companies in the big company. If so, what experience did it feel like to be with them? What did you
Love
like?
that,
What was
man.
that like?
I loved it, man. I felt major, man. You know what it is? It's like winning the championship right there. You know, just doing.
Who were you
what we
with
do.
with Terror Squad?
I was with Terror. See, I was the only artist that didn't get signed through Terror Squad. I was signed as Cuban Link to Atlantic, but Joe had a part in it. You know what I'm saying? He was like
Middleman.
the nucleus there.
Middleman?
The middleman.
No
Between
doubt.
me and the Craig Commons.
Yeah.
Craig Commons was the president at the time. I think he still is. You know?
No doubt. That's cool. So how was the experience? Like, what did you do? Like, how was that? Like, you seen you in big time now. It's like, I would love to know the experiences. One experience at least that you had that you would say, wow.
Well, I
this
never
is
really
beautiful,
got. I
you
never
know?
really got pampered by them.
I don't mean you being pampered. I mean that you just went
But
out.
they had my
You
back to
hung
a
out.
point.
I mean that you went out. You hung out while you was with them, and you was doing big things and just.
Oh
saying,
yeah.
wow.
That started. Remember, I got.
How was that?
I got really I got first class, taught by Pun and Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like I came under that, so I seen Pun. Pun did everything first that any artist, any superstar would do.
Yeah.
So once I seen that, everything else was secondary. Even when I got my deal, it was like, okay, I get a deal, because I was with him through Loud Records. I seen what he did, so I enjoyed all the things that he did. So to me, it was like I already did that with Pun. So when it came to Atlantic, it was like it was my time now, Dolo. So I felt good about that. But at the same time, it was more still like it was about Pun and Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, even to the time, it's like, I even broke on Pun. It's like, nigga, come to my fucking studio. I came to all your studios. What the fuck? Nigga, Pun blamed on the stairs. I was like, yo, stop. I know that's Pun being fine. You know what I'm saying? But still, he made me laugh about it, but I was still mad at him because it's like, yo, my nigga, I've been with you the Staten Island studio, every studio in the world when you was doing your shit, and I was there, and I just needed, me being in spirit and me just being there with you. I expect that back a little bit. Like, come to my shit. Like, have fun with me, my brother. And he said, I'm sorry and all that, but he never came. His bullshit. Pun with his bullshit. And Joe did the same thing. Like, Joe did the same thing. As soon as I got my deal and all that, it's like, niggas left me for Delph. Like, oh, now I don't need you. I'm asking for your help. This is my first fucking rookie album, nigga. I need your help. Y'all veterans. I was there to help y'all. Come help me. And, I never really felt that, like Joe did it. Pun already did his job. I couldn't blame Pun too much. I just got mad as a friend that I needed him sometimes. But Joe was a business part, and what I expected of him, he didn't do his full shit. And to come out, found out later, that was Remy's same complaint about him.
What was your best experience? Your like being in that level. What was like your high? Like where you, like I said, where you was just having so much fun and just was like, wow. What were you doing? Like a boxing match or something big?
Pun rocking the Garden.
Garden? I didn't know that.
The Garden.
Were you around when he did WrestleMania? Because I know he did WrestleMania one time. I remember he did WrestleMania.
Yeah, fucking McMahon.
Speak about that.
McMahon.
How was rest of WrestleMania?
McMahon's son.
I remember he did
Shane
McMahon.
Shane brought us in there. Nigga, we was
What
in there.
happened? How was that, man?
Nigga.
I seen you. I watched the show and everything. I didn't see you. You was there.
I
know
there.
Joe was there. I know Pun was there.
I was there.
Pun performed. It's funny because Pun was the big thing they mentioned that was gonna be there.
Pun was
Fat Joe was there. They didn't even mention him. He was there on the stage, and I swear he didn't even got mentioned. Pun was the big deal that was gonna be at WrestleMania that year.
Yeah, Pun was the main card.
I remember he had that big chain and he was doing that shit on the camera with
know,
the big punch.
You see that?
He was going like that with that big punch chain and the camera and the wrestling.
You see the dude that you said, the bootleg Joe, Macho?
Yeah.
He's a big wrestling fan. He's the one who, his man, he had connections with the dude from WWF, and he's the one who made it happen.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let me ask you a question. How long, because I know WrestleMania is all right, that happened here in Madison Square Garden? Happened here, right? I think
that was in Philly.
Oh, okay. So,
was it Philly?
how long,
Philly.
how long did they book you to be over there? And I don't know, how did they accommodate you? Like, how was that?
Nigga, we had platinum tickets.
I could imagine
We had
that.
platinum tickets. We had everything. We had everything.
And how long was the process like that they left y'all?
It was
they
one day.
booked all y'all.
It was one day because we was on tour. We was on tour already.
Okay, so
touring
y'all had to
already.
get out of there. Y'all had to get up out of there.
Yeah, so we was on.
Yeah.
That happened during the tour, and that was just a set date that we had to do.
Not for nothing, I remember that.
But to forget about it, I mean, just walking into that crowd because we walked. We walked. We had the side stage. I mean, the ring, and there was a side stage where niggas was there, and we performed.
I remember.
We performed.
Player, not a player, not a player. I remember.
I just crushed a lot.
But I remember at that time, man. Not for nothing. I remember vividly. I swear, watching the thing, seeing Joe there, and I remember seeing Pun. He looked exhausted that day. He looked like he couldn't even perform, man. He honestly looked like that, man.
I mean, it took a toll. I mean, remember I told you we was on tour, so it's every day waking up to another city.
He looked like. I'm gonna get a video and put it out there just to show that I know what I'm talking about. I remember, man, vividly, yo. I'm telling you.
Rarely show weakness. I mean, you rarely show weakness.
Yeah, that day I'm telling you, he just looked exhausted.
But
man.
definitely showed it.
Yeah, you remember that day?
Of course I do.
Oh, I'm glad.
I'm
glad you remember, so you know that I know what I'm talking about.
Listen, I know my brother. I know when he was. I know. You know what was happening. I knew everything. I knew how he felt. I knew, he didn't want to express too much about the pain. He will only express pain when you get on him and be like, yo, hurry up, let's go. That was me all the time. Like, come on, my nigga, let's go, yo, get up. Because, that was me. And I'm still like that. But when I would say that, it was like, yo, my nigga, yo, my shit's hurting, man. Just imagine being fucking 500 pounds. Nigga, you got to walk on your fucking thing, on your feet. Imagine that pressure on your... And I was like, I know. But let's go! That was me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we come from the warrior spirit. We come from that. Nothing can stop us. Especially we up here already. We here. You know what I'm saying? And besides that, I was also, I was also the little man on the shoulder telling them, yo, my nigga, we need to work out. We need to do this. We need to do that. So with those speeches being said, my attitude, I was like, like a fucking... sergeant cadet. You know what I'm saying? I was also more like, let's go, we gotta do it. And they'll come and get me, like Joe and the terror squad staff, they'll come get me, yo, get this nigga to go. Because I would be the only nigga who really could get him to go. So I knew how difficult it was for him, believe me.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break now.
All right.
Alright, so you can use, I don't know, use the bathroom, something, whatever. Click it off. Alright, we're back on No-kayfaben.com. I want to ask you, did you have a problem with DJ Khaled? If so, why?
Well, I didn't have a problem with him because I didn't know where his mind was at after the separation between me and Fat Joe and the Terror Squad. So I didn't know what kind of, things to expect because I try to treat everybody fairly where it's like business, the music business is just business. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely chose sides. I don't know if he was forced to choose sides. I guess the pressure in that side, like the Joe side, was so much that when I encountered him in the situation, he was so scared to even talk to me. And I didn't know why. I was just like, I came up, I just approached you to talk business. And he immediately took the defense and started like backing up from me like he saw a ghost. So I didn't know how to really approach it except, just like the hood way where it's just like, yo, what's up? Why the fuck you running from me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, looking back at it, now I knew that, it was certain guidelines and prohibitions put up for Cuban as far as like whatever, their team and me. Like, don't talk to Cuban, we see it's going to be repercussions if you even associate with that guy. So I felt that from him when I first encountered him after the situation, which he started like automatically fear and it's like I was going to do something to him and I wasn't. I just came there to talk to him about business, about my music. So I felt that wasn't manly, you know. So I just left that alone, but, you know, I knew he wasn't gonna be an asset to me in any way, as far as like promoting my music and helping me with my music when it comes to like Miami and all of that. So I said, you know what? He's not my friend. He's not my confidant. He's not a.
So you don't have a problem with him. You just figured you dead him. You don't.
I don't have a real problem
with him.
Well, not dead him like that, because at the end of the day, he plays a. The reason the problem would be initiated if he tries to stop me, stop my music, which is, I know he already did that. Like, it's been done just by the attitude he took when he first saw me. You know what I'm saying? If he's scared to touch me on some more, like, touch my record because of problems, that means he's going to be the first guy to, you know, not include me in a situation. So I know he's not in my side. He's not going to be, like right now he's in a higher position in Def Jam. He was doing his thing. He's not going to be the nigga saying, pushing a Cuban Link record. So if he's not rolling with me, he's rolling against me. It's just the truth.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, is if you say fuck me, it's fuck you. Bottom line.
Same thing. Did you have a problem with Rick Ross?
No.
If you did, why did this?
Never had a personal problem with Rick Ross. The problem was with that is that you know, he was around that circle. That circle came with a lot of hate for me without me being there. So whatever was talked up into that circle or talked about me in that circle was fed into their minds. So whether somebody was talking down on about me, about my character, about my personality, maybe he thought it was sweet over here in this side, where, you know, he could get away by saying things and I wouldn't respond in any way. You know, that's what happened with Rick Ross. You know, he had made a record about me. Not a record. Let me just not say that. He made a line about me. He said a line about, you know, cutting them grams like Fat Joe did to Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he threw a shot at me, and I was wondering, like, this nigga don't know me from a hole in the wall. He doesn't know me. So what could be the reason why would he say that? You know? And it was a mixtape song. And he said that about me, so I had to, you know, bosses think like bosses, right? So he claims he's a boss.
With a rhyme?
He claims he's a boss, so I'm saying like a boss. I'm saying, you know, I knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it was enough, like, things being said about me, and I'm in your mind for you to come out and say that. So that means all those things was happening in that circle. Remember, that circle came from Khaled, Joe, other people that I had problems with. They got to Rick Ross because he was around that circle for a minute. Remember, he was around Miami. So I think that gave the confidence to Rick Ross to say something like that, to make a metaphor to that extent and put it into them terms.
Did you say anything back? Did you respond to the song?
Of course I did.
Did you respond in the record to the song?
Of course I did.
No doubt.
It's the remix to the You Not Hood. You may remember You Not Hood at the time they did it, right?
Yeah.
So I just did the remix. Me and my man Will did the remix. I responded to that. You know, I go at, you know, I go at your throat, you know. And I remember they interviewed him, and they asked him, "What do you think about that Cuban Link record, this and you?" And he said, "Who? Who?"
Wow.
So he downplayed it where I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if that's the way he want to take it, you don't want to confront something that we already know what it is, or he don't want to give it light, which that's what pussy niggas do. I'm not saying that, you know, maybe in that situation he played it more business than anything, and he probably caught on to it and said, you know what, downgrading somebody or acting like they don't exist, you know what I'm saying, is a better tactic than me going straight at him. And that's the tactic he chose. Just like what Joe did. You don't see Joe ever ask questions about me. They don't ask him that, because he preps people before they interview him and say,
yeah, I know.
Don't ask him about no Cuban Link.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. And that's what the enemy does sometimes. That's what they did throughout history and life. You know what I'm saying? They try not to give light to the truth. And they think they could escape it. So.
Yeah, there's a video that I've seen of you mentioning that you slapped Pitbull.
I didn't slap him. I punched him in the face.
What happened with that? What happened? Can you elaborate
He
on
just,
it?
that was more
How
of a
did that
personal.
happen? How did that drama come about?
That drama just came about a situation where he got gassed up, another one. He got gassed up by the next person that I had a problem with. His name was Don Dinero. He's Cuban too. And I put him on. I let him, I put him on. I shared my insights with him, wrote rhymes for him, guided him through the music. And, a situation came about where he was in a business situation and he had his differences, whatever, and he chose to go in his own way and he chose to bad talk about me, like badmouth me. Because he felt a certain way, which was, it wasn't a valid point for him to do that, but he did it because he wanted to roll with the status quo. He was in the industry already, so he said, you know what, I could do this without him. So he did that. He chose to do that. Whatever. I had no paperwork with him. I did it from my heart. So, my intentions was to let him shine.
Yeah.
But he did that. He had our differences. He chose to go against me. He started gassing up people from over there. Pitbull was on in his way up. He's, doing his thing. He gassed him up. He did a song with him. He took, Don Dinero took me out of a song I did with him, put Pitbull on. Pitbull threw a little shot at me. The problem is that hurt me was that the Cuban.
Terrible. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's terrible that they are the same heritage, and it's like
That's
what's
the problem.
going on,
See,
man?
because they joined the status quo. I'm saying it's like, oh, that nigga's on the ground. Let's kick him like everybody else did.
Wow, man.
So that's what happened. So, a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Look like maybe I'm the hater or the bad guy. That's what they look like. I don't understand why niggas don't understand that, but those who do understand know why I do things. Like I said, from my life, I do things for reasons. So, he's just a dude that chose to believe that side and started badmouthing me, like throwing cheap shots at me. And I'm like, I threw some cheap shots back on some more like, I don't play with little pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Rottweiler. I say things like that because I got caught up in the game too where it's like more music. But then he chose to make a whole diss song about me. Yeah, he did it. He put it on the internet and all that. He did a whole diss song about me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he said a lot of things in that song that he don't know nothing about. He must have heard from a third party.
Yeah.
Now, fuck the hood. I'm just talking about as a man. Like, a man don't go and represent something that the next nigga told him if he didn't see it for himself.
Yeah, it's true. That's why I'm asking all these questions because you hear this and you don't know for sure.
So that's what he chose to do. He chose to talk about shit that he know nothing about and disrespect to that level where it's like, nigga, you're not just disrespecting me on a lyrical level. You disrespected me as a Cuban.
Yeah.
You understand what that means?
Personal.
So, yeah. So, bottom line,
Personal. That's
those
personal.
emotions was involved when I seen him. And I punched him in his face and chased him out the club.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Can you speak a little about Joe's brother?
Who, Angel?
Money Man, yeah.
Money Man? Money Man. Money Man was the reason Joe started the backing of Fat Joe. He was doing his thing up in the streets for a while, so he had a name for himself. He had money. He was making money. You know what I'm saying? And he backed Joe up with a lot of things. He stamped Joe in the streets for a lot of things when it came to money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was, that was Joe's brother. And, he fell victim to the same thing he was selling. So when that turnaround came around, he became a zombie of the streets. You already know. So once you become a zombie of the streets, as a brother, I couldn't explain what I would do if my brother would be like that, but, that situation happened and he became a zombie of the streets, and it seemed like Joe left him for dead to a point from an outlook, like our view. And I'm sure they had their differences and, their personal shit went on, but that's all I can say about him. We used to play softball together. He's a cool dude, always been a cool dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Last time I seen him in the club about like 5 years ago. He got kind of, like the same attitude with Khaled.
Oh yeah.
Like he was so scared that he was more of a defense. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So you know, God bless him, man. You know, I don't have too much bad things to say about him. He's a good dude, but he was. Last thing I know about, he was in the methadone clinic. You do your math.
That's how I heard he was locked up. I don't know about now.
Now, last time he was in the methadone clinic. He was getting high with people I know.
Did you know? I know about Joe's sister dying, giving birth or something like that. You know about that? You knew her? You was cool with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa.
How you take that?
It hurt. I heard when she passed away.
You was hanging around him at that time?
I
had already left.
I went to the baby's funeral. You know,
But were you
it was
like
it
close?
was already a baby. Like the baby was born, but it was pronounced dead. They had a little funeral for him, and I went. Paid my respects. Lee said she was in a coma.
Yeah, I heard.
So I gathered around her with other people at the time. I think it was Sunkiss, Tony Sunshine, I think. We did a huddle around her when she was still like moving, and she was sedated. And we said a prayer for her, and we was there for her, you know, to the last moments.
But were you still in the group with Joe at the time? I don't think you
Yeah,
was.
we
right?
was, but
Yeah?
we was going through it.
Okay.
We were still going through the problems, but we still did that. I still did that. I had love for her.
Yeah. You still in touch with any of the Terror Squad members? You cool with them? Who you cool with? Who you not cool with?
You know, it's more like old baggage to me. I try not to go back into the past anymore. Tried for a long time, but it just happens to come my way. You know, a lot of people that was in Terror Squad went through their own situations after I left, and they found out the harsh truth. You know, the harsh realities of life, and who they was following, and they didn't meet their requirements. So they come back with their heads down because of what they went through, and expect love. And you know, I'm in a situation where there was nobody there for me when I was doing. I wasn't even asking for that type of love. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody there was for me. Like, let's roll. You know, so I feel that way too. I feel like, you know, you got to go through what I went through for.
So you're not in touch with none of them?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I chill with Tone.
Oh, yeah?
Try to find out where his mind is at. He's going through his own things. You know, Tony Sunshine.
Yeah, I heard you mention in one of your songs.
Remy's locked up. That's the only village motherfucker I know from there.
I heard you mention in one of your songs about Tony Sunshine. Seems like you wasn't really getting along with him, and now you're talking
Nah, I
about
wasn't.
different.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, we get older, man. We get older. We got to see it from a different perspective.
Yeah,
It's not just about anger.
that's cool.
When we young, we let that anger play a big part of our lives. You grow up, you start using your mind. You know, when you're younger, you use your heart more.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Remy because she was the next question. So I want to know if you got in touch with, if you've been in touch with her.
I haven't been in touch with her.
If
'Cause I've been
so-
going through some bullshit too. You know, with other things that just stops me from going to see her on some old government shit. But besides that, you know, I love her very much. You know, and she's definitely a real individual. That you know, to this day, she's a very good friend. You know, and I wish her the best, and I know she's holding it down wherever she's at.
You know how she doing? You don't know?
Yeah, I mean, hear from the, you know, people
I know
that
you
went to
must
see
hear.
her.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah?
She's holding it down.
No doubt.
You know,
When she be home?
she should be home in like 4 more.
4 more years? Yeah.
Four
No
to five more.
2016.
doubt.
Yeah.
Do you think if she was here, she would have been battling Nicki Minaj? You think it would have been like a, cause she was nice. Remy was nice, man, and I don't know. I see them. I think they like it would have been a competition for. I don't know.
I think Remy would have had more on her mind than Nicki Minaj. I think she would have been going through what I've been through with the situation. I mean, she's worse because she was caught up more in the business part with the Terror Squad shit, with the Joe situation and the contract. I think she would have been battling. She would have had too much things in her head legally with that contract to even be thinking about, you know what I'm saying, other things. But Her instincts are to kill. When it
You
comes
as an artist.
was just to, you know what I'm saying, when she grabs that mic, she knows she's the queen.
So,
So-
okay, that's funny. It goes into the next question. You as an artist, I'm gonna ask you. Right now, Nicki Minaj is hot. From what I hear in the street, everybody's talking about her. She's real hot. I don't personally like her, but you know, some of the songs are catchy. You get to, you know. I want to think who you think is better. Who you think was better?
As far as lyrics, hardcore.
Who would have won in a battle?
As far as lyrics, hardcore, gangster rap. Borderline crossover. Remy's the best. Remy has some growing up to do. When I say growing up, it means adjusting to the more commercial aspect of the game. When it comes to that commercial aspect of the game, Nicki Minaj is top.
No doubt.
That's the only way I could put it.
All
But, there's a but. All Remy needs to do is concentrate on that side. See, she come from the same shit I come from. So I know how hard it is to cross over to the point as an artist.
Yeah.
She wouldn't want to say things that Nicki say because she feels like she's selling out.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But Remy could do that 10
I
times
hear you.
better.
I
It's
hear
just she needs to do it when she wants to do
It's
it.
not what she want to do.
Yeah, it's not what she want to do.
All right, it seems like it took Remy a little longer than you did to come around with Fat Joe and not really get along with him. Seems like she's still with them a little longer. Why do you think?
She had to learn. She said it in my song. She was 19. You know? She had to learn the facts. She was 19. If you hear a song I did with her called Moment of Truth, she said the whole story. And I did tell her. You know, I did tell her. If you do that to me, imagine what he'd do to you. And now she knows that. You know, it's about realizing sometimes you don't get it when it's right in your face. Sometimes you gotta wait till you see it. And she saw it later on.
No doubt. I hear you affiliated with a small organization based in Florida called the UWF, Urban Wrestling Association. How did that come about?
That situation came from my man Biggs, man. My man Biggs, you know, he's a big wrestling fan. He loves wrestling, and you know, we shared thoughts on wrestling. And I loved wrestling when I was younger. I got derived from it because I was doing my hip hop, and was just caught up in other things. But wrestling always been fun and entertainment to me. And when I was a little kid, I just grew up on that. And Biggs, he proposed this situation with me. He told me about the players that's going to be involved. The Steve dude, you know what I'm saying, the nigga who owns the whole shit. And he told me that he used to do extreme wrestling, you know what I'm saying, back in the days. I remember me watching him. That's where that was the circuit, the ECW, yeah. That was the circuit where they had the Terry Funks, you know what I'm saying, the Cactus Jacks.
Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, all of them, you know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying. And there was like the underground, you know what I'm saying. So I used to watch that. That's how much into wrestling I was. Not just WWF, I used to watch that too.
No doubt.
But yeah, he put me onto that, man. And we closed the deal, and we decided to do some urban ghetto hood shit.
Can you elaborate on what do you do there exactly?
It's basically putting the wrestling into the hood, like trying to make it, the aspect of it realer, because wrestling lost its reality. Like, it became too much like a soap opera, too much fake shit. So, it was Steve's idea to make it where the reality of it come back, where it's like incorporated into the hood. You know what I'm saying? As far as like anything goes, like as far as like niggas getting money on that corner. You know what I'm saying? Storylines like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Storylines like, niggas pull out guns.
Wow.
Things like that. So,
that's crazy.
That intrigued me because, I'm with that. I'm with, just reality and I love wrestling. So if we can make it happen, we're making it happen.
No doubt. So you're in the storylines and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Were you always a wrestling fan growing up?
Yeah, like I said, since I was, I say 10, 11, that's when I was watching wrestling, man. Loved it. Love Hogan, love Iron Sheik, love Andre the Giant, Randy Macho Man.
No doubt. Those were the best.
You know what I'm saying?
Those were the best days of wrestling.
Then I got put on to the other one. What was the other one? The other
WCW?
WCW?
WCW.
Ric Flair.
NWA, yeah, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat was my nigga though. So you got DDT by Jake the Snake.
Knocked out.
Then Jake the Snake became like one of my best. But yeah, man, I enjoy wrestling.
Do you plan on seeing what comes out of it for you?
I figure if it goes good, I mean everybody gets the game from it.
No doubt.
I'm not just doing it for the quick buck. Like I like it and I love it that much. I love my music too much to be incorporated with something I wouldn't love. So I'm incorporated with that so it could bring up the whole thing. Hip hop and wrestling, I think, could go a long ways.
No doubt. I hear you mention in one of your songs you was being blackballed. Can you elaborate a little on that for people?
But when I say that, I don't want people to say that, think that I'm asking for pity or making an excuse of why I'm not in the level that I need to be in. I just want to give people the truth as far as like the hardships that became about after I left the Terror Squad and all that, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that it's the person that was there that had more veteranship than me and had more relationships than me. So if we're enemies, we're not going to see eye to eye with a lot of things, and he's definitely not going to let me use his people. And he's going to put in that word for people not to work with me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, or it could be fortunately, because at the end of the day, I'm still, standing with the test of time, but he had a lot of people that he had influence over for me to, succeed in what I do. And I always try to do it humbly and treat everybody fair without, when I say fair, it's like me saying I'm treating him like, Joe. So, you just picking on me because I know Joe and you just don't like me because you don't like Joe. It's not like that. I try to treat everybody where, individually, and I always give them respect. But I'm doing this while they saying, you know what, they're already putting a red flag up when I come in the room. So that's what I'm saying about blackball. Like, it's already no before I step in the room, yet they entertain my idea of listening to me. You understand? So that's even more frustrating.
Yeah.
Because then a nigga from the hood like I am, which I have, my mind went to that situation where it's like, you know what, fuck these niggas. Let me slap them. Let me do what I do, shake them up. Do what I do. And, some situations it went that way, but it don't work because they go call the cops and they do bitch shit that bitch niggas do, but it's just, it's like, I found out later that's not the way. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the way. So, my first idea was to just be humble. Right? That's why I came in that room and I was humble enough to say my piece. That's how I keep it.
No
until they get the point,
All right, it would seem to me if you was being blackballed, it would have started with Fat Joe.
Right.
All right, my question is, being that, do you think that would still affect your career?
As far as what?
As far as, like...
You blowing up or something?
I say, yes. I say it would have started by him, the blackballing. So now that he's in a different position in his life, you coming up, do you think that still would affect your career, the blackballing?
I try not to think about the people he knows and he can control, which is a lot, and they powerful. I just try to think about the new ways we can make it happen.
No doubt. Best way to think positive.
Talent can't be denied, and
no doubt.
Realness can't be denied. So.
That's right. Your 3 favorite rappers all time?
Big Pun, Cool G Rap, and Nas.
Who do you think is the best right now?
Right now, I don't have a favorite.
No? Really?
I don't. I like people.
You wouldn't say anybody's the best right now?
No, not the best.
No?
I say I'm the best.
You know, it's funny, when I was writing that question,
I
I
said,
thought you would say that. That's funny, right? But any
I said,
artist
I'm
would
the
say that.
best.
You're gonna
I'm not
think you're
being-
gonna
I'm
use
not
it. It
being-
makes sense. It
I'm not
makes
even
sense.
saying it to promote myself. I'm telling you that because I know what I'm saying has a message and has lyrics and has format. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, ain't nobody with that right now. Like, you know, 50 I love. You know, 50 I love for different reasons. You know, he just got too business. You know, that's the problem with 50 right now. Like, he's just making songs that are hollow. Before he was making songs that had fucking ingredient. You know, and you know he's a businessman though. He's entitled to do that. Who else? Jay. Jay's always gonna be dope.
Yeah.
He never been my favorite though, but Jay's dope.
No doubt. Any regrets?
I try not to.
That's good.
I try not to. I don't have too many. Everything I did for a reason, like I said. And everything that I didn't, I try to fix.
No doubt. Any upcoming projects for your fans to look forward to?
Definitely.
You
Go check
talk
that
about it a
Chain
little
Gang
bit?
Bully. That's the mixtape. If y'all don't know about it, go check it out. Chain Gang Bully. I got Hijo de la Calle, that's a Spanish album.
Where you can find them at? Where we could go?
Go right now, the Chain Gang Bully. You can go to www.official Cuban Link official CubanLinkCLK.com.
No doubt. There you go.
Yeah.
New Cuban Link. New Cuban Link.
Yeah, and the name of the album though that I'm working on is called The Missing Link. That's self-explanatory.
That's nice. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? The Missing Link.
It's funny you mentioned that. Just watch this.
And not because it's about wrestling, but I might do the fucking front cover with the green fucking
That'll
shit.
be good.
I might do that.
I just
but
watched
it's
this
really I'm the
interview.
link that's missing from hip hop. That's been a long time listening.
No doubt.
And I need my link to complete
Sounds
the
good.
chain. You understand? So that's the metaphor.
Sounds good.
And then the Spanish album was called Hijo de la Calle. So, you know, I'm doing that for the first time. Spanish
You
album.
rap in Spanish?
All that.
Yeah.
The whole album is Spanish. And just
Singing?
give
No
it-
singing?
No singing,
No
rapping,
singing.
hip hop,
I'm
Spanish
just
hip
saying,
hop.
you know, sometimes they throw a little singing.
No, I
in
might
there.
do melody. I might melodize with something, like, you know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
No llores mi vida. You know, I might do a little melody, but I'm not a singer. I got artists for that.
No doubt. All right, I heard you was writing the second Scarface. You want to elaborate a little on that and tell the fans what happened with that project?
I was writing it. I got the script in my mind, and I got the script in my possession. But that never took off because it was just too much things going on as far as like the Bregman brothers and the politics side of it, where it's like, you know, they needed to own it. There was a lot of things where, you know, the rights and all of that, and I didn't want to do all that extra shit. You know, I wanted to be a big budget movie where it stays at home, it stays here.
Yeah.
You know, and and a bad twist happened to him. My man got killed. My man Jason Norris, and he was one of the people I was working with that movie. So that slowed the process down too. So I mean, it's still here. It's still here.
Yeah, I want to say when I heard about that, man, I didn't know you at that time, but
Yeah,
I just
the Source
pictured
had a
it.
little
I
clip.
pictured it, and I said, "Wow, he will be the perfect Scarface."
A lot of people said that.
I swear to God, I said it. I said that will be the perfect, and I was so waiting for that to come out, and it never came. And then when I met you, I asked you about it. You told me, "Nah, I got deaded." I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
I said, "Damn, man."
Yeah. I mean, the idea is still alive and fresh. Believe me.
Yeah.
That'll
be some.
I'll tell you
oh
the first
my
opening.
God.
I'll tell you the first opening fucking scene, and you're gonna be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, this
man,
thing
I
come
can't
out,
wait.
son."
I can't wait.
It's like one of those.
God willing, man.
But we probably, you know, I'll probably work on it and make it something else where, you know, where we can have the budget and it could be shown as far as like the ideas I have. They could be expressed, you know, cinematically. So we can show the people where, you know, whether we can name it Scarface Part 2 or Son of Tony, we can't probably name that name, but it'll be something to that story.
Well, I hope that comes through for you. I really do. That's something I really
brother.
look forward to, man. I would really like to see that. Listen, We're gonna wrap this up. I got one last question. I just want to ask if you have any kids. How old are they? Things like that.
Man, I got
Anybody carry on the
beautiful
tradition?
kids.
You know.
2 beautiful kids, man. My son already 15, man. He's
What's his name?
same as daddy.
Daddy.
Same as daddy.
Oh, okay.
Same as his daddy. So you already know. And my daughter, man, she's got a beautiful, precious, brand new daughter.
How old
You
is
know what I'm
she?
saying? Right now, she's 10 months.
Oh yeah, that's nice,
So,
man.
you know, I'm doing a daddy thing.
You plan on guiding them in the direction of music, or?
They do that. My son already do that. He do Christian
yeah?
rap.
No doubt.
He do Christian rap.
So
You already know.
So
he
look
got
forward
that. He
to
plays
seeing
the
a little
guitar.
Cuban link
He
on the
plays
mic one
guitar.
day.
He makes beats and all that.
He makes
bro.
beats and all
Yeah,
that.
so look forward to see little Cuban link on the mic one day.
Different message, but definitely.
No doubt.
The Delgado family ritual is definitely there.
That's official. Listen, I want to thank you for being on
You already know, my brother.
my site, No-kayfaben.com. I really appreciate it.
Okay, favorite. Let's get it popping, baby.
Thanks a lot.